Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for Class 13 of the Cuesta College Paramedic Program. First, I would like to welcome a couple of our special guests tonight. Cuesta College trustee Mary Strobridge is representing District 5 in here this evening. Thank you. And I will introduce our panel of speakers tonight. I say that jokingly because I promised a certain someone they did not have to speak. So on the far side, Tim Meadows, who is representative of the Christopher Meadows Memorial Scholarship, as well as a member of our EMS Advisory Board. Dr. Jason Curtis, who is our Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs. Tim Hallmark, who is our EMS faculty representative and keynote speaker for tonight. Class voted, clearly. As well as Dr. Easton Farr, our medical director for the paramedic program. And I am Heather Tucker. I am the acting paramedic program director and EMS faculty for this fine group in front of us. Before we go too far, I want to mention where our restrooms are. I'm sure somebody will appreciate that at some point tonight. Out these doors and just around the corner are facilities there. And then if you keep going a little bit farther and to the right, if you need it, if the kid's backed up, there's another set of restrooms around the corner towards the cafeteria. All right. First and foremost, I would like to ask for any of my faculty who are here to please stand. I know we have a few members out there. Daniel McCrane, one of our EMS faculty. And do we have any paramedic preceptors in attendance tonight? There's one. Maybe. Once upon a time. Chris also was one of our faculty at one point. We have a lot of faculty who come and go based on the current positions that they have in life, and Chris is currently serving as a field supervisor, which keeps him apparently really busy. Yes. Also in attendance tonight from San Luis Ambulance, we have General Manager Chris Javine. Justin Kelton, what is your current title? Vice President? Vice President of Operations. And Joe Petalou, Operations Manager. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We just had a preceptor walk in the door. I just asked for preceptors. There's one. Justin, thank you for being here. Okay, this is going to be the biggest group standing. How many parents of graduates do we have here? So parents get us started, right? Kind of support us in our dreams, move us forward, maybe allow us to make some mistakes along the way that help shape us. And I'm just going to say, and I'm speaking from the point of view of, a daughter whose parents supported me and let me fail a few times along the way, and who were absolutely positively shocked when I said that's what I wanted to do. They really were. So any parents out here that were a little surprised at the choice? Anybody? Nobody was surprised. Did they grow up? I know this group didn't grow up watching Emergency because they're too young. I asked them that the first day of class, by the way. How many of you have actually seen Emergency? And they look at me kind of funny. I can tell you, Tim and I certainly have watched every episode. More than once, yes. So it's not something that all parents see her and think, oh, that's great. Some parents are a little taken back like mine were. But this is the bottom line. Parental support is so important, not just during school, grammar school, high school, but so important when we choose this type of endeavor. I am sure that at one point or another, your student probably said they couldn't attend something over the past year. And we tell them, we warn them, there will be events that get pushed to the side, or you celebrate a different day because of our schedules. Especially right now during internship, that kind of puts us on somebody else's schedule. So we truly appreciate the supportive family. Any spouses, girlfriends, significant others of our graduates? Oh, be proud of that. If you're still by their side, you deserve to be recognized. This is hard, right? How about friends? Any just friends out there? Standing up for, yes, thank you. It is important, and we do not underestimate the value of those who support us through these programs, myself included. I certainly have a fantastic support staff around us with our preceptors, with our teaching assistants, our faculty. We are a tight group. And this group that you see, they have become a tight group as well. They will razz each other, they will back each other, and it's been really neat for me to get to see them develop in that way. They have really come together as a group, and it's been great to see it. Especially the razzing, I really appreciate that. Absolutely. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Easton Carr for a few words.
Welcome, everyone. Seems like just yesterday that we were sending Class 12 out in the world, and here we are celebrating the graduation of Class 13. Graduates today have put in an extraordinary amount of time and effort in order to be here tonight. When they started the program, they had a basic understanding of how the human body works, and throughout the year, they gained knowledge regarding the relationships between anatomy, physiology, pathophysiology, pharmacology. I'm sure they'll gladly bore you to death with details about the different receptors and the different kinds of shock and rights to medication administration, how to deal with everything from a bloody nose to a traumatic arrest. While gaining this knowledge, they have the opportunity to play a really critical role in people's lives during some of the most difficult times they'll ever experience. They've become part of the family's narrative by providing care, support, compassion, and reassurance. They've held hands, laughed with people, even cried with them, whose life they've become a part of. And they've come to understand that their day-to-day experiences are different than those of almost everyone around them. And they've realized that they have a unique privilege and a responsibility because of this. Hopefully they also understand that graduating from the paramedic program doesn't mean the end of their education, but only the beginning. Regardless of the path that they'll eventually take as healthcare professionals, public servants, or wherever life takes them, they know that what they do matters, and they can have a tremendous impact on people's lives. They understand the privilege and responsibilities their position places in them, and how dramatic an effect they can have on people. To the graduating class, congratulations. My advice for you is try to learn from every case. Keep asking questions, keep seeking out opportunities to expand your knowledge. Asking how and why, and being receptive to feedback, even if you're not in the mood for it at the time. When things get frustrating, and they will, try to understand that people will often make bad choices, and often you'll see people at the low points in their lives. And even when they lie to you, or it seems like they have their own agendas, remember that your job is to help and not judge. We all have our bad days, even though I'm sure you realize some people have more bad days than others. All this responsibility can be difficult sometimes, and many of you wouldn't be here without the support of your friends and family. So I want to take a moment to thank everyone who supported our graduates during this time, because I think we can all attest to the fact that going through a program like this can be very difficult. Without the support of our friends, families, and colleagues, we couldn't accomplish what we do. I also want to remind you to take care of yourselves, practice self-compassion, make time for the people that are important in your life, do things that you enjoy on your time off. If you're having a hard time, ask for help. We've all been there, and pretending that nothing's wrong rarely makes things better. Remember, asking for help is a sign of weakness, but acknowledgement that what we do is challenging. So in conclusion, to Class 13, I just want to say I'm proud of all of you. I'm honored to have been part of your journey, and I look forward to watching you continue to grow as healthcare professionals. Thank you.
What was that lesson you taught them about gunshot wounds versus hemorrhoids? I believe it was. You'll never forget that, will you? I know I won't. Next, I would like to short. Tim has been my EMS mentor my entire career. He's one that has supported me in a quiet way. Tim does not ever step on your toes to push you forward. He does not um, ever give you any messages without compassion and true love. And I've been the recipient of that my entire career, not just as an EMS educator working alongside him, but more importantly in the field when I was a young EMT. I was young once, I promise. And then again as a young paramedic. And I cannot tell you, I really don't think I can impress upon you except maybe asking if anybody in here has been taught by or worked with Tim. Please stand up. Who has worked with Tim, been taught by? Yeah, you all have been. Stand up, front row. So this is his legacy. These are the people who have been influenced by Tim and will continue to be. And I say this tonight because Tim is telling me that he's, part-time and semi-retired, and sometimes I'll ask him things and I get I need to finish, what did you call it? My retirement routine, right? And then he'll get to whatever I need. So he is practicing the art of retirement, and I can't even imagine how difficult that must be for him, as active as he has been in his career, which spans across a few decades. I'll leave it at that. Yes. So without further ado, Mr. Tim Hallmark.
Thank you, Heather. That was very touching. Unfortunately, that person you were talking about didn't show up tonight. I think we all know that there were some risks in Class 13 asking me to be the keynote speaker. I know Dr. Curtis certainly knows there's risks in that. But I want to thank you for this opportunity. It's interesting in my experience, keynote speakers in the past have always been people of notoriety. So I can only imagine Sheriff Parkinson. He's probably working with one of his many charitable organizations this evening, so he wasn't able to make it. Chief Jalbert, fire season's not over. Some say it's just around the corner. Going to get started up, so I'm sure he's very busy. Dr. Renee, is he on shift tonight? Our mama bear that we like to refer to, Heather, she's got her hands full, so ultimately, I guess that's why I'm here. You're left with me, but I'm honored to be here. Cuesta College has great importance to me. It's a place where life plans can be fulfilled. In 1984, both my wife and I attended our EMT class here at Cuesta College. Our education and training here at Cuesta led us to 35-year EMS careers. She's still going at it. I'm trying to work at winding all the way down, but if you count it down, even using my Oildale math, that's 70 years of EMS, and that's all started here at Cuesta College. Our two sons both attended college here at Cuesta. Between the two of them, they earned 3 degrees. One went on to Penn State to earn his 4-year degree, and now works for the County of San Luis Obispo. Our youngest son works for CAL FIRE, and so this college is very, very special to us. I would like to think that Cuesta College is our very own local land of opportunity. Through higher learning and the vocational programs here, Cuesta has ignited countless careers, and this is a good example in front of us with these young men and women. Some of us later in life are blessed with an opportunity to pay it forward, and that happened for myself. Heather kind of alluded to that. It was late 2005, early 2006 when a meaningful discussion began about starting a paramedic program at Cuesta College. I was shocked, surprised, and very honored when Dave Melendi reached out to me with the idea of becoming one of the founding instructors with the paramedic program. Dave, along with Mary Parker and a host of other stakeholders, worked tirelessly on putting together this idea. And some of these stakeholders are certainly in the room tonight. They worked out the administrative details along with all the stakeholders. And then the nuts and bolts details were usually discussed over a lunch meeting. And that was usually Dave Melendi, Daryl Johnson, and myself. And oftentimes these lunches may have been liquid lunches. But we were able to put everything together and make it work. So in the fall of 2006, Class 1 of the Cuesta College Paramedic Program was launched. Cuesta College is also a place where dreams are fulfilled. Dave Melendi had his dream, and through the partnerships with other dreamers and the stakeholders, the dream was fulfilled. Dave's legacy lives on with each graduating class from this program. Chris Meadows had a dream. Some would say that Chris's dream fell short. I would say it's been fulfilled beyond his wildest imagination. Through the tireless dedication of his family, both Tim and Marty, and I think his sisters have probably put some work in as well, his dream lives on to inspire class after class after class, and he's well represented here. Class 13, you're now fulfilling your own dreams. Their training and education at Cuesta will certainly have a meaningful impact on their career paths. Some of you will work long, fruitful careers in emergency services. Our past EMS students have become doctors, PAs, nurses. They've become chief officers in the fire service. They have become vice presidents of EMS organizations. They have become EMS specialists in local EMS agencies. Regardless of where your career path leads, you will always have something in common. Like the proud saying that is often used by those that served in the Marine Corps, I'm sure Justin has heard this a time or two, hanging out with them. Once a Marine, always a Marine. You will always be remembered as paramedics. Now I'd like to share a few personal thoughts about Class 13. I wish I had time to tell stories about each and every student, but we would probably be here until Class 14 graduates. This class was wonderfully diverse and talented. Their talents shine through in amazing ways, and I have some examples. And I think Ted mentioned that his father's here tonight, and as well as a lot of other parents. Mr. Martin, okay. So during Class 13's didactic training, I experienced a life transition. I began wearing hearing aids. 35 years of Code 3 driving with sirens blasting in the background will do that to you. It turns out that the hearing aids of today are amazingly complex and advanced. They can connect to other devices, becoming an extension of that device. During a lecture, the students noticed a strange reaction that I had while I was up at the lectern. My cell phone that I had put on vibrate or silenced suddenly started playing the ringback tone through my hearing aids. I was hearing the Game of Thrones theme song in my ears, my ringback tone. I was trying to stay focused, to stay on the point with my lecture, but certainly I looked disheveled and off my game to some degree. Ted would notice my struggle. He took great notice of it. Soon thereafter, it seemed as if everyone on my cell phone's contact list started calling me. Ted apparently had figured out a way to ghost call my cell phone and mask it with other people's numbers. Under his desk, he's repeatedly calling me over and over as Game of Thrones are playing in my ear. I think I mentioned I'd get you back. But I'm not done with Ted. During their clinicals orientation day, they undergo mass fit testing. Each student is fitted with and issued a particulate mask for their clinical rotations. While Heather was covering her portion of the orientation, I was in the back of the classroom calling the students back one at a time for their fit test. After Ted's fit test, he graciously offered to stay back with me and help prep the masks for each subsequent test. This made for great savings in time and efficiency. I was very grateful. What I didn't know is Ted had a Sharpie, and he was coloring the inside edge of the masks. That's right, each student that walked away from that point on had a Sharpie outline of a mask on their face. Excellent, Ted. Also that day, the students were turning in their clinical site wish lists. It's one of many stressful moments in the student's journey. Each student is hoping to get their desired clinical site. One student elevated submitting a wish list to a whole new level. The student submitted their wish list attached to a packaged bottle of Irish whiskey. I think it was 12-year aged. Very good job. This, of course, could constitute a serious ethical violation if that clinical site were granted based on the value of their donation. I did, of course, consider reporting the gift to a school representative for their counsel. Truth be told, the student did get their clinical site, their number one pick, but it was not because of the whiskey. It was because of the fact that her GPA earned her that option. And that bottle is still sealed in a cabinet at my house waiting for a special day. Those are just a few many lasting memories I'll have from this class. I'm still wondering who the person was that took a mannequin, an infant mannequin that was all bound in swaddling cloth and stuffed it in my traveling bag. Not sure who that was. Is there a picture of that, Kayla? We'll see a picture of that later. Obviously, I have someone high on my suspect list, but I can't prove anything. So I'd like to remind the students of something we discussed about 18 months ago. If you can imagine, it's been that long when you guys came here for your clinical orientation, the orientation of the paramedic program for class 13. We proposed a notion that it takes a village to raise a paramedic. Many members of your village are here tonight with you. Your faculty and support staff, your preceptors and FTOs, your friends, your peers, your coworkers, and most importantly, your family. Parents, siblings, grandparents, other treasured family members are here to support you. I'd like to close tonight by addressing those family members directly. I would like to remind them, of course I don't need to remind them, these are your sons and daughters. You probably have some memories of their childhood. Perhaps you have memories of the tears and perhaps kicking and screaming during those childhood vaccinations. I see any nodding heads out there? Maybe some needless trauma and drama when those first few baby teeth had to come out. Any acknowledgments there? Was there any inconsolable heartbreak when they lost a childhood pet? Part of life. Do you remember the fight and the pushback maybe when the Xbox or a cell phone had to be restricted? Chores weren't being done on time, homework wasn't being done. These are your sons and daughters. So these sons and daughters, these young men and women, will now respond to the home of young parents and pull a lifeless child out of a pool. They will fight to their last breath to save that child, knowing full well that their efforts are in vain. These young men and women will come up with a creative way to have parents of a teenage female patient go into another room while they ask very sensitive questions as they explore the cause of her acute abdominal pain. These young men and women will question an elderly female patient who's suffering from suspected cardiac-related chest pain as they prepare to give her nitroglycerin, and they will have to question this elderly female, have you taken any erectile dysfunction medications in the last 24 to 72 hours? These are your sons and daughters. But These men and women will also have other experiences. They will make eye contact with a horrified family member after heroically performing CPR on their loved one, and then to tell them, we have a pulse. These young men and women will respond to the home of loving parents who are struggling with an adult child that has an addiction problem. This night they are broken, traumatized, and without hope as they have just found their child lifeless and blue. They will work together as a team to reverse the effects of that narcotic and then promptly embrace those sobbing parents as they inform them their child is now breathing. These young men and women will, without hesitation, jump into the back seat of a car excuse me, that was pulled off the highway when it couldn't quite make it to the hospital on time. When all is done, they will extend out a hand to a panicked husband and tell him, congratulations, it's a boy. These, my friends, are your sons and daughters. And the last thing I want to throw out there are some very impressive numbers. This just represents 14 of the paramedic students out of the entire class. We have some of our students that aren't here with us tonight. But these are some pretty, to me, earth-shattering numbers, and this is from their clinical experience. This does not take into consideration their field internships, with many of them are in now. 950 IVs, 958 medication administrations. This is 14 students. 79 advanced airways. That's endotracheal tubes and LMAs. And finally, 38 childbirths, either observed or actually assisted and performed. These are your sons and daughters. Thank you very much.
I have one more TED antic. I believe it was Ted who successfully convinced one of his classmates that they'd been disenrolled from the program. I must say that was pretty funny. Wasn't it? He's sitting right next to him. Well, I thought it was funny. Thank you. All right. At this point in our program, we have a couple of special recognitions. So first, I'd like to invite Mr. Tim Meadows to the podium.
Hello, everybody. It's always an honor to be part of this graduation ceremony. A lot of you do know the story of my son, but for some of you that don't, Chris Meadows was a Cal Poly Business School graduate, but he realized before he pursued a career in business that he really wanted to pursue something that helped other people. So he actually attended Cuesta College EMT program, got his EMT, told me he'd work a year for San Luis Ambulance. That year turned into 2, and it was clear that his passion was really in emergency medicine. Unfortunately, while he had a dream to become a paramedic, he didn't get the opportunity to pursue that dream. 10.5 years ago, he had an accident while volunteering on duty at Oceano Dunes as an EMT. He was responding to a medical call of a broken leg, and his ATV flipped and killed him. So, in some people's infinite wisdom, including Heather, a scholarship fund was created in his memory, and I'm really happy to report that in that 10-year period, we've been able to award 58 EMT, paramedic, and advanced EMS scholarships in Chris's memory. So, thank you. And the credit goes to the community that Chris created, because without the community support, we wouldn't have been able to award that many scholarships. Many of those, in fact, most of those scholarships went to Cuesta College students. I think 32 out of the 58 have gone to Cuesta students. And I want to acknowledge two in this current graduating class that have been recipients of the Christopher Meadows Paramedic Scholarship. Kayla Pedrani is here. Kayla Kayla actually was awarded the EMT scholarship, and being the overachiever that she is, she got the paramedic scholarship last year as well. And Jean Reed is also a recipient in this year's class, and Jean's unfortunately not here tonight. And in September, we awarded an incoming Cuesta paramedic student, Miguel Reyes, a scholarship, so he'll be coming into the program in January. So anyway, thank you again for your support, and thanks for remembering my son.
All right, at this time, I would like to invite Jason Melindy to come to the podium. Jason is the nephew of Dave Melindy, and will be presenting the award in his honor tonight.
Good evening. I'm thankful to not follow Tim's speech. A lot of the calls he talks about are real, and a lot of you guys have experienced that, so I'm glad I had a reprieve from that. I want to thank you and good evening for the ceremony. My name is Jason Melindy, and I've been a paramedic for 18 years here in San Luis Obispo County for both San Luis Ambulance and India. I'm honored to have been asked to present this Dave Melindy EMS Recognition Award. Before I present this award, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each of the paramedics. To make it through the schooling takes commitment and dedication. Equally as important is the support of the family that provides during the school as well as the remaining years of our career. I have had the opportunity to work with many of you, and I look forward to watching you grow as paramedics in an ever-changing and evolving career. The Dave Melindy EMS Recognition Award belongs to somebody who's not only a great paramedic, but a great person. Dave Melindy had a passion for EMS field, and particularly the education component of raising the next generation. I can remember Dave, my uncle, allowing me to start an IV on his hand in his office during my paramedic. I remember talking my way through the procedure, maintaining an aseptic technique, wiping the area in a bullseye fashion, inserting the needle at a 45-degree angle, and my uncle saying, "Okay, so you feel that resistance?" I said, "Yes." He said, "That is what a tendon feels like." Well, I about passed out. Pretty sure I became pale, cool, and diaphoretic, as well as experienced what the true acronym SLUDGE. My uncle calmly provided clear instruction, which included backing out the needle out of his tendon, lowering my angle, adjusting my aim, and I was successful with the IV. He actually made me continue the entire procedure of connecting the saline lock and properly taking it down. This is the kind of person that deserves the Dave Melindy EMS Recognition Award. Many of you know this person I'm about to present this award to, and have had the same kind of dedicated and compassionate education for the received from my uncle. I consider this person a professional and personal mentor of mine, as I'm sure many of you have as well. It's my humble honor to present this year's Dave Melindy EMS Recognition Award to Mr. Tim Allman.
Very well-deserved honor, let me tell you. That wasn't a hard one. All right. I would like to point out the time. I'm right on time tonight. Thank you to all of my presenters who have kept us this way. That's a challenge, Mr. Goss. Next, I would like to invite our class president, Mr. David Goss. So first day of paramedic school, we start to kind of appoint different tasks we need, some help because we have different instructors come in all the time, and we need to have somebody who wrangles students and, keeps everybody in line. And so we volunteer somebody that they're going to have that designation, and then we let them have a couple of minions to support them. But literally everything does end up falling to the class president. So without further ado, and then so their reward is they get to have a few minutes on the podium at graduation. Again, they're voluntold. So thank you, Mr. Goss, for fulfilling this role. You have been a huge help to me, for sure.
All right, hello everyone. Thank you everybody for coming today. I don't really have a planned speech like everybody else does, like no cards and famous quotes from famous people and all that fun stuff. I don't got that for you. Today, I just want to kind of say thank you to a number of different people. First of all, to everybody that came today, our friends, our families, our loved ones, thank you so much. These last 10, 12 months have been, for some of us, the hardest times in our lives. And you guys being there to support us, we very much appreciate. Starting with our instructors, Tim Hallmark, thank you so much for all of the education you provided for us. Being the one to actually communicate with the hospitals and get our clinical time set up and everything. Again, thank you for your hard work. Our other instructors, Dennis Rowley, Tanya Coulomb, Dan McCrane, Michael Talmadge, Jeremiah Glass, Julie Center. Thank you so much for educating us, for giving us the actual content we need to understand this chaotic job. We will always appreciate what you do. Our TAs, Greg Larson, Nick Drake, Michelle Casfelt, Sarah Dreiling, Lynn Elias, Mike DeLeo, Nancy Brooks, Tim Bennis, Emily Torlano. If I forgot anybody, sorry. There's a lot of you guys. Thank you so much for coming in, showing us the tools of the trade, showing us what to do actually out in the field. Definitely starting IVs was tricky on the first day. Almost made my partner pass out when I first started mine on them. So really appreciate all the little tips and tricks. Thank you very much to the people that work in the background, our clinical coordinator, Deborah Adams, our allied health specialist, Claire Hawkins, our medical director, Dr. Raul Eastenkar, and our academic dean, now vice president of academic affairs, Dr. Jason Curtis, thank you. Mr. Tim Meadows, thank you so much for giving us the ability to get this education and to be able to help guide us through all of this. Last but not least, I'd like to thank our fearless leader, Heather Tucker. Heather, you dedicate so much time to us to make sure that we get a quality education. During clinicals, you actually come to the hospitals, you visit us, you make sure everything's going well. Even during internship, driving all the way to Monterey County, down to Santa Barbara County, actually spending time with us on our calls. Thank you so much. There is no way we could ever thank you enough for what you do. But one thing we do, all of us kind of agree on, you need a vacation. So with that in mind, we all got donations together, and we were able to raise $700 to give to you so that you and your kids can go on a vacation. So we'd like to give this to you. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, my para Cubs. I appreciate that. And thank you for saying that in front of my boss. It may happen someday. It's more likely to happen, I should say. All right. We ready for this slideshow? It's the highlight of our graduation ceremony every time. We appreciate this. see if I remember my instructions. Hit that. I don't ever use a map, so let's see how we do here. Okay.
If you love somebody, better tell them what they hear, 'cause they just may run away from you. You'll never know what went well. Then again, it just depends on how long your time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest river. You can have it all, but now keep moving. I'll take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it in for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I've tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way. I kept on falling short of something. I could've gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it in for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it in for a while, eh? Take me with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up, and you make the ground. But get up now, get up, get up now. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up, and you make the ground. But get up now, get up, get up now. I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Get up in my new computer. I've been waiting this long, eh? Holding it for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Get up in my next computer. I'm on top of the world. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars. Like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. And I feel something so wrong, doing the right thing. I could lie, could lie, could lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Baby, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is our four-letter word. Make that money, watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. And I feel something so wrong. We're doing the right thing. I could lie, could lie, could lie. Everything that drowns me makes me wanna fly. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Lately I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Lately I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Oh, take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I learned. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Lately I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Lately I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sing in the river, the lessons I learned.
Better get that up on YouTube. I want that. We had a good time, didn't we? I think we can all agree that we had a good time. There were some rough days, but we had a good time, always. And yes, we cleaned the restaurant featured in this video for a long time. All right, at this time, I would like to present certificates to our graduating class. I'd like Dr. Curtis to join me, as well as Dr. Wilson Carr. And we have decided to go against the grain at the request of a student who, and I understand this, my last name being Portuguese with the alphabet, he has always, for his entire life, had to be last. And so we thought, why not? We can switch this. So tonight, we are going reverse order of the alphabet. Now, this is important because this means we had to go Z to A, which means we didn't have our traditional ABCD song. We had to do something different and actually figure it out. And this took a few minutes, but we got it. Because we do hard stuff like calculate drugs at 3 a.m., right? So we did this. And then we sat in that order so we wouldn't mess it up. So as I call your name, graduates, please come up. Get ready first. I have 2 things I have to do. All right, John Zorro. That's Zorro. Patrick Vukadinovich. Brendan Foley. Connor Smith. Kayla Pedrani. Drew Morehouse. Corey McCarthy.
Ted Martin.
Nate Kleinsasser. Royal Huff. Christopher Hinkle. David Goss. Jaden Clellan. It's probably a first for you to be last, isn't it? But certainly not least, James Allen. At this time, I'm going to have our graduates come and line up along the front. And they should have designated somebody in attendance with them to come forward and place their pen on their lapel. So students come up first, line up along the front, and then have your designee come to receive your pen to put on your lapel. Did everybody get the pictures they would like? You guys stay. You can go. That's fine. Hawaiians. Before we adjourn, I would like to take a minute to thank again our special guest, Trustee Strobridge. Thank you so much. And also in the very back, Claire, raise your hand. Claire Hawkins, our program specialist, who put a lot of time and effort into everything tonight. And also to our marketing / AV support. Thank you, Michael, for that. These guys in the back, thank you. We appreciate it. Okay, graduates, I'm going to make you stand one more time. As a group, stand and turn. They never did listen. Turn and face your audience there. I'd like to present to you the graduating class 2019. We were a little worried with class 13, you know. That designation we thought about skipping, but no, this class was super lucky. They were awesome, and I really appreciate, again, all of your support of them. And to my class, you guys are finally dismissed.